No exams here. Just the joy of asking why.
Every living thing from the smallest cell to the brightest star carries within it the seed of its own ending. Death is not an accident, it is written into the fabric of existence itself. We humans often fear death, yet in truth, it is the only universal law. From ancient bacteria to civilizations, everything rises, blooms, and fades into silence. Biology teaches us that death is not chaos but balance. Without it, life would overflow, evolution would halt, and renewal would vanish from nature's rhythm. Every cell in your body holds a ticking clock. Telomeres shorten, DNA breaks, and repair slows. The quiet countdown of mortality never stops. Stars too are mortal. They burn their fuel, collapse, explode, and scatter their ashes into space ashes that one day form new worlds and new lives. In this grand cycle, death is not destruction, it is transformation. The matter that once made you may one day shine as part of another star. But even the stars cannot burn forever. Astronomers predict a future when all light will fade, leaving behind only cold embers of what once was. This is called the head death of the universe, a moment when every atom is evenly spread, energy exhausted, and nothing new can ever emerge again. In that eternal night, even black holes will evaporate, their power gone. The universe will become vast, silent, and perfectly still, a graveyard of time itself. So why does everything die? Because death is not the opposite of life, it is its completion. Only through endings can new beginnings ever be born. Some physicists believe that even after the universe dies, information, the memory of all that existed, might never truly vanish. Perhaps, in ways we cannot yet imagine, the echo of our existence will ripple forever through the quantum fabric of reality. But even if all fades, our awareness of mortality gives meaning to the brief light we carry. Without death, there would be no urgency to live. Every goodbye, every falling leaf, every dying star reminds us that beauty exists precisely because it cannot last. Philosophers once asked, if nothing endures, why create? Why love? Why dream? The answer lies in the act itself, not its permanence. We live as sparks in an immense night, aware of our limits, yet daring to imagine the infinite, a miracle of consciousness within decay. Maybe the universe itself is a living being breathing in creation and exhaling destruction, waiting for the next cosmic heartbeat. And when the final pulse stops, perhaps silence will not be emptiness, but peace, the ultimate stillness of all things finally becoming one. From dust we rise, and to dust we return. Yet in that endless cycle, existence itself becomes eternal, forever dying, forever reborn. So when we face the truth of death, we are not facing loss, but the rhythm of the cosmos itself. Every ending is a whisper of eternity. If the universe will one day vanish, what is the point of all our struggles, hopes and memories? The answer begins with awareness. Awareness is the miracle that turns fleeting moments into meaning. The cosmos exists to witness itself through us, even if briefly. Time we now know is not absolute. Past, present, and future may coexist, layered like pages in an infinite book of existence. If that's true, then perhaps nothing is ever truly lost. Every life, every love, every breath still exists, just in another page of time. Death, then, may simply be a change of perspective, stepping from one frame of reality to another, beyond what our senses can see. In that sense, eternity is not endless time, but timelessness, the still center of existence, where all moments coexist in silence. And within that silence lies something mysterious, the pulse of being itself, neither born nor destroyed, only transformed. Perhaps what we call soul is simply the echo of this universal rhythm, resonating through every form that ever lived. So when we die, we may not vanish. We may return to the source, the quiet ocean of energy, from which all life once arose. And if one day, the universe awakens again, our essence may return in another form, whispering once more, we have always been here. To face death without fear is to understand that we were never separate from the universe. We have always been part of its story. From the birth of atoms in ancient stars to the spark of life on Earth, we are the universe experiencing itself through awareness. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of the cosmos. We carry the memory of stars in our blood, and the silence of space in our soul. Even if the universe ends, meaning is not erased. It is lived, felt, and remembered in the moments that existed at all. We seek eternity, yet eternity has always been within us, in every thought, every kindness, every breath shared under the same sky. When our bodies return to dust, the atoms will wander joining wind ocean, and flame life will change its shape, not end. And perhaps, in the next dawn of creation, those same atoms will dream again, of love, of meaning, of being alive once more. So the universe, vast and ancient, is not a cold machine, it is a living poem, written in the language of birth and death. To live then, is to participate in that poem, to shine brightly for a moment, knowing that even our fading adds to its beauty. And when all is silent again, perhaps that silence will whisper one final truth: nothing truly ends, it only changes form.